1. Sunken treasure ship found. 300-year-old pirate wreck with eye-watering treasure identified. 2. Uncovering the $138 million pirate shipwreck off Madagascar. 3. Lost pirate treasure ship discovered after 300 years. 4. Discovered $138 million pirate treasure ship, 300-year-old shipwreck off Madagascar. 5. Uncovering the $138 million pirate heist. Madagascar's historic shipwreck revealed. 1. Sunken treasure ship found. 300-year-old pirate wreck with eye-watering treasure identified. Brace yourself for one of the most astonishing underwater discoveries in recent memory. Marine archaeologists have unearthed what they believe to be a Portuguese treasure ship that was captured by pirates over 300 years ago. After 16 years of persistent investigation by American researchers from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation, the wreck has been tentatively identified as the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a vessel seized in 1721 while loaded with precious cargo from India. Historians recount that this ship met its fate during the turbulent era known as the Golden Age of Piracy. It fell victim to an ambush by several pirate ships, including one commanded by the notorious Captain Olivier, the Buzzard, Levasseur. Today, the remnants of this once mighty ship rest in a small harbor off Nossa Senhora Island, near Madagascar's northeastern coast, an area historically referred to as Sainte-Marie. The bounty recovered from this ship was nothing short of extraordinary. Researchers Clifford and Agostini described the hoard as an eye-watering treasure, even by pirate standards, highlighting that the cache, comprising gold ingots and chests filled with pearls, could be valued at over £108 million in today's terms. While historical records indicate that the viceroy involved was eventually ransomed, the subsequent fate of the archbishop, who was also aboard the vessel, remains shrouded in mystery. Furthermore, documents reveal that approximately 200 enslaved individuals from Mozambique were carried on board, though their ultimate destiny is also lost to history. Adding another layer to this maritime mystery, the recovered artifacts include several religious items. Excavations have brought to light devotional figurines and intricately crafted objects made from wood and ivory, featuring items such as a representation of the Virgin Mary, a piece of a crucifix, and an ivory plaque engraved with the inscription Sainte-Marie. Researchers believe that these religious artifacts were produced in Goa, once the vibrant center of Portugal's Indian colony, and were likely destined for Lisbon. Mark Agostini, an archaeologist at Brown University, estimates that more than 3,300 artifacts have been recovered from the site. Yet, significant challenges remain, as layers of silt and sand are complicating further excavations. And this is the part most people miss. Could there be more to this tale than just a sunken ship? How might the ongoing debates about the ethics of treasure hunting and the preservation of maritime heritage reshape our understanding of such historical events? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. Do you agree with the interpretations presented or see a different angle altogether? 2. Uncovering the $138 million pirate shipwreck off Madagascar. Imagine uncovering a shipwreck that could hold treasures worth over $138 million. Sounds like a scene straight out of a pirate adventure, but this might soon become a reality off the coast of Madagascar. And here's where it gets controversial. Some experts believe this wreck is the remains of 1721 Portuguese vessel attacked by pirates, potentially packed with priceless gold, jewels, and religious artifacts. But is it really the treasure trove everyone hopes for? Let's dive into the fascinating details. For the past 16 years, researchers from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation have been investigating a mysterious shipwreck located near Madagascar's eastern coast. They strongly suspect it's the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a Portuguese ship that was attacked during a voyage from India to Lisbon. The team's conclusion is based on a combination of structural analysis, historical records, and artifacts recovered from the site. Among the most intriguing finds are religious items carved from wood and ivory, including a depiction of the Virgin Mary and a partial crucifix. One artifact even bears the Latin inscription Sainte-Marie, referencing Jesus of Nazareth as the King of the Jews. And this is the part most people miss. These religious artifacts likely originated from Goa, a Portuguese colony on India's western coast. Historical accounts tell us that the ship set sail from Goa in early 1721, carrying a valuable cargo of gold, pearls, and religious art, along with the outgoing Portuguese viceroy and the Archbishop of Goa. But tragedy struck near Réunion Island after a storm damaged the vessel, leaving it vulnerable to pirates. With many of its cannons lost, the ship couldn't defend itself. The pirates, led by the infamous Olivier Levasseur, one of the most feared pirates of that era, attacked and seized the vessel. The viceroy was eventually ransomed, but the fate of the archbishop and around 200 enslaved Mozambicans on board remains a mystery. Now, here's where the controversy heats up. Experts estimate that the treasure taken from the ship could be worth more than $138 million today. After the attack, the pirates reportedly sailed the vessel to Madagascar, about 400 miles from Réunion, to divide the loot. Historically, Sainte-Marie, near Madagascar, was a notorious pirate hub, with between 7 and 10 ships either intentionally sunk or wrecked in the area during the height of piracy. Some of these ships, believed to be pirate vessels or captured prizes, may still lie beneath the harbor's surface, waiting to be discovered. So far, over 3,300 artifacts have been recovered from the site, according to archaeologist Mark Agostini. However, excavations face challenges due to thick layers of sand and silt covering the wreck. The site has long been neglected by researchers, but future explorations could reveal more about this hidden chapter of maritime and pirate history. Could this wreck finally unlock the secrets of a lost treasure worth hundreds of millions? Or is it just another shipwreck lost to time? What do you think? Should we continue digging, or is some treasure better left undiscovered? Share your thoughts in the comments. 3. Lost pirate treasure ship discovered after 300 years. Imagine a treasure trove worth over $138 million lying hidden beneath the waves for centuries, a tantalizing prospect that has finally been confirmed off the coast of Madagascar. But here's where it gets fascinating. This isn't just any ordinary treasure ship. It's the remains of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a Portuguese warship that was plundered by pirates in 1721. Researchers from the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation in Massachusetts have spent 16 years studying the wreckage, and their findings, published in WreckWatch magazine, reveal a tale of piracy, treasure, and tragedy. The Nossa Senhora do Cabo was on its way to Lisbon when it was attacked and seized by pirate ships near the French island of Réunion. The vessel was already battered from a storm and put up little resistance, making it an easy target for the infamous Olivier, the Buzzard Levasseur, and his crew. The ship was later taken to Sainte-Marie, a notorious pirate haven off Madagascar's northern coast, where it was eventually scuttled. Archaeological records indicate that the Nossa Senhora do Cabo was carrying a vast array of precious goods, including gold and silver bars, coins, silks, and an extraordinary collection of precious stones, 110 diamonds, 250 emeralds, 20 rubies, and 20 sapphires to be exact. The researchers identified the ship based on its structure, artifacts recovered from the wreckage, and historical records. Some of the artifacts, such as religious figurines and objects made of wood and ivory, including a depiction of the Virgin Mary and an ivory plaque with a religious inscription, were likely produced in Goa, which was then a Portuguese colony. The Nossa Senhora do Cabo was carrying more than 200 enslaved people from Mozambique, in addition to a Portuguese viceroy and the Archbishop of Goa. While the viceroy was eventually ransomed, the fate of the archbishop and the enslaved individuals remains a mystery. The discovery of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo is significant not only because of its rich cargo, but also because it sheds light on a pivotal moment in history. The Golden Age of Piracy was a time of lawlessness and adventure, and the capture of this ship was among the most dramatic episodes of that era. And this is the part most people miss. The wreckage is just one of many that lie around Sainte-Marie, with estimates suggesting that between 7 and 10 shipwrecks are waiting to be discovered. As researchers continue to explore the site, we can expect to uncover more secrets from the past. But here's a question that sparks debate. What do you think is the most significant aspect of this discovery? The treasure, the historical significance, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 4. Discovered. $138 million pirate treasure ship, 300-year-old shipwreck off Madagascar. Imagine a 300-year-old shipwreck, a silent witness to a notorious pirate raid, now discovered off the coast of Madagascar. This is the incredible story of the Nossa Senhora do Cabo, a Portuguese ship that fell into the hands of pirates, including the infamous Olivier Levasseur, back in 1721. American archaeologists, after a 16-year investigation, believe they found the remains of this historic vessel in a small harbor on the island of Nossa Senhora. The evidence is compelling, from the ship's structure to the artifacts recovered, including devotional figurines and an ivory plaque with a Latin inscription. But here's where it gets controversial. The researchers suggest that the treasure on board was worth a staggering amount, even by pirate standards. We're talking about ingots of gold and chests of pearls, a haul that could be valued at over $138 million today. The pirates, after capturing the badly damaged ship, steered it towards Madagascar to divide their loot. Sainte-Marie, known for its lack of colonial governance, became a haven for these sea dogs. And this is the part most people miss: the human stories behind these wrecks. The outgoing Portuguese viceroy and the Archbishop of Goa were on board, along with around 200 enslaved people. What became of them? The fate of these individuals remains a mystery. Archaeologist Mark Agostini highlights the scientific treasures that Sainte-Marie holds, with over 3,300 artifacts recovered so far. He believes more analysis of the wrecks there could reveal even more fascinating stories. So what do you think? Is this a fascinating glimpse into the past? Or does it raise more questions than it answers? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. 5. Uncovering the $138 million pirate heist. Madagascar's historic shipwreck revealed. Imagine stumbling upon a treasure so vast, it would make even the most legendary pirates blush. Off the coast of Madagascar, a jaw-dropping discovery has unearthed a 300-year-old secret that's rewriting history and sparking heated debates. After 16 painstaking years, researchers have confirmed the identity of a mysterious shipwreck as a Portuguese vessel hijacked by pirates in 1721, with a haul valued at a staggering $138 million today. But here's where it gets controversial. Should treasures like this be preserved as cultural artifacts or sold to fund future excavations? The wreck, nestled near Sainte-Marie Island, a notorious 18th-century pirate haven, was unearthed by the Center for Historic Shipwreck Preservation. Led by Brandon Clifford and Mark Agostini, the team uncovered a trove of gold coins, precious gems, and rare pottery, proving this was no ordinary heist. This treasure was eye-watering, even by pirate standards, the researchers noted, emphasizing its rarity. But what drove pirates to risk everything for such riches? In 1721, pirates ambushed the Portuguese ship en route from Goa to Lisbon, seizing its cargo in one of the era's most brazen raids. The treasure's value isn't just monetary. It exposes the shocking scale of piracy's impact on global trade. Yet critics argue, do such finds glorify piracy, or do they serve as vital historical windows? Sainte-Marie Island, once overlooked by archaeologists, now emerges as a treasure hunter's paradise. We've only scratched the surface, says Agostini, hinting at potential undiscovered wrecks. But as excitement grows, so do ethical questions. Should future expeditions prioritize science over profit? The 16-year excavation was a marathon of meticulous work, with the team battling skepticism and storms to validate the wreck's identity. Clifford explains, decades of evidence, from artifacts to ship design, confirm this as the fabled Portuguese treasure ship. The project champions preservation, but not everyone agrees. As one critic asks, is $138 million too valuable to leave underwater? So where do you stand? Should pirate treasures be auctioned to fund research? Or are they too precious to touch? Share your thoughts below.